Dave 2D is back. Remember all his roasts and then they went away for a while? Now they're gradually coming back. Off-grid shower girls are ruthless. He did say in the premiere of this afternoon that it was a demonetized video. So he did have his various links up for various ways to help support his channel. So, but he's not going to get any money via the wondrous AdSense of YouTube. Anyway, there he is. That's what he's got up so far. Three videos that are still up. One from 3 weeks ago, a week ago, and then this one from 2 hours ago. So he is back. And he did say, I think in one of his live streams, he always deletes the live streams after he's done with them, that yeah, he's going to be getting back into the roasting business. Okay. I repaired the cab leaks and installed the new headliner there. We got a brand new one from Campulance Man, who is fixing up his ambulance there in beautiful New York State and getting ready to get back on the road with his lovely dog, lovely pit bull, Lefty. Anyway, so good video from him. Okay, I misread this. When it popped up on the little clickbaity picture, all that I saw, all that popped up was this part. Sleeping with the doors open, breaking down. I thought, oh no, Van City Van Life broke down. No, I guess he figured that. He actually probably counted out the letters, that's what was going to show up on the clickbaity title. And then you click on it and it's, oops, nope, he didn't really break down. All right, so anyway, he is busy up there in, so I think he said he's on Vancouver Island, isn't he? And it's in the rain. Now, people say that it's now very hot and dry up there now, so these videos are a little bit time delayed, but what is this? Red wine aged 30 days. Wow. When Kurt down there in beautiful Costa Rica is glamping, which is glamour camping, you know, is that really van life? Yes, I do think it is. But, you know, it isn't as much fun to watch that, I don't think, as regular old camping is. Yeah, Papa Texas on the Gulf Coast of Florida. Destin, Florida condo. Ooh, nice, Papa Texas. What do you need in your van? What do you need in your van? A piano, of course. Montana Dana shows us her piano in her van. So, hey, you know, what the heck? You know, why not? It sounds like a really cool idea. And of course, there she is, showing off the wondrous ivory keys. Yes, that's pretty neat. I like that. You know, hey, you take with you what you need, right? And if a piano is a necessity, it belongs in your van. That's the one thing you really need when you're out there at Panda Land, up there in northern Arizona. You need reliable power. You know, you're not having the electric company with their big wires coming to your door and, you know, bringing you electricity. So you got to find ways to get power. And Nomad Ranch Ed here is busy with this 3600 watt inverter Arxen power generator there. He's going to be doing off and on long-term reviews of how it's working. And so there. So, yeah. So, you know, you got solar panels, you got jackeries, but sometimes you just need a lot of power all at once. And that's interesting, you know, again, when you're living, you know, in a house, sticks and bricks, apartment, whatever, you just plug it in and pay the power bill every month. But anyway, good video here from Nomad Ranch and the long-term generator review. We got a brand new video from Campervan Kevin there. Good news, some very good health news. He flies back to Arizona. I guess he and Felix have been staying in New Mexico near where the Prepper Shack is. Anyway, he flies back into Phoenix, gets a hotel room, gets some stuff at a taco place. I don't know if that's a good diet, Kevin. You got to watch that diet. But anyway, he checks with his doctors, and I'll just say it's very good news. So all our best to Kevin. Check out his latest video if you want all the deets. But good news for him. And so, all right. Hey, good. Let's do some letters for the 23rd of June, 2021. Again, I did a video this morning talking about, again, you know, when I watch these nomads, you know, we're getting into a period where just a lot of people are not doing terribly exciting things. A lot of nomads have become relatively former nomads. They're not on the road as much. They're either traveling in circles in the same state or going to the same places over and over again. A lot of kind of boring road footage, the same touristy things over and over. How many Route 66 videos do we need? And maybe it is time to shake things up a little more on this channel. Let me know in the comments below. Would you like to see more? I mean, I watch a lot of other YouTubers besides just Nomads. I'll talk about those. I'll mix them into the mix. I don't know. Anyway, a roadside camper said, no, excuse me, I want to go to Terry Cruzen. Terry Cruzen said, I will search for new or different nomads when their content or character is not to my liking. There are plenty out there, I just have to find them. As I've said before, I don't think a nomad has to do uber exciting adventurous things or try too hard, but they do have to have an interesting personality. I will quit watching a nomad when I am bored, videos are too long or redundant, or if they were always sponsored. Also, I will quit if I don't like a change of focus on their content or if the personality of the nomad changes. I also don't like when they go from being solo to a relationship or from traveling to settle down. Or P.S. I will quit watching them if they go crazy. Again, everybody, whatever floats your boat. As I've said before, I think a big element in terms of who's interesting on YouTube, whether it's a nomad channel or not, is their personality. And there's a lot of nomads that have gotten off the road or are not doing particularly interesting things anymore, but you kind of like who they are, or you do find who they are is interesting and fascinating, and you keep watching. There's a whole lot of reasons for it, and it's like a TV show. First couple seasons are good, and then you start to get bored with it, and then you just kind of stop watching, Anyway, so we're getting the same thing here with the Nomads. Also talking about heat exhaustion, and Roadside Camper said, my friend got heat exhaustion when hiking. There was a very nasty case where somebody passed away. They're hiking near the Grand Canyon the other day. 3 miles in, no shade, no cell service, had to carry her on my back at Turtle Rock in Utah. On the bright side, we actually saw a desert turtle, which one of the hikers said was a rarity. Wow. Yeah, I don't know, man. Lee Pepping says, overheating happens fast. I got dehydrated once. I always have my Arnold Palmer handy, or Arnold Palmer iced tea and lemonade, right? Or whatever. What's an Arnold Palmer? And shade near once it gets over 110. I've done some hiking in very hot, humid weather, and it hits you fast. Yes, and always have way more than enough water than you think you'll need. Kathy Isaac says, I don't know about others, but the last year has been hard on my nerves. Yeah, tell us that. I don't watch these nomadic channels to see more stressful stuff like politics and that kind of thing. Again, some people like to see the drama. They like that. They find that interesting. The breakdowns, the relationship disputes, and all that other stuff. But some people just want to have a nice, friendly, relaxing, beautiful scenery. Like Venture at 4WD or somebody like that, or Bex. Hey, whatever floats your boat, right? Gregory says the Forest Service has issued a complete closure of the Kaibab Forest, which almost surrounds the Grand Canyon and Williams, Arizona areas, starting at 8 a.m. this morning. The Coconino Forest around Flagstaff is also shut down. The U.S. Forest Service website lists severe penalties, including jail time and fines if you violate their orders. Landowners will be allowed on their private property. There are fires going on and heat still all over Arizona, so be very, very careful out there if you are still in Arizona and you're a nomad. Asmod, M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E, Mickey Mouse, whatever. As also says that I don't watch the Nomads. I used to watch. Yeah, he basically says he jumps in and watches what we're talking about, and then if it's interesting, maybe he'll go watch it. We try to do that with his channel. At least where we've been is tip you off to some of the more interesting Nomads, and you can go watch them and see if you like them too. But again, would you still watch if I don't cover the Nomads as much and cover some other channels, other YouTubers? Let me know in the comments below. By Pinkerton says there is no such thing as a superstar nomad in the real world, only in Dave's world. Oh. It's all relative, it's all relative. Superstar nomad! Yeah, right. Adam Hutchins says, you suggest people should hang it up on YouTube if they have no real content. What? You want them to go and get real jobs? Heartless. Heartless. Again, I'm not saying they have to get a real job. They can get a fake job. I don't care what they do. You got to survive. You got to survive. But maybe it's time. There's lots. Life is a big, rich pageant, and maybe there's other things to do in life besides YouTube. I don't know. YouTube is a lot of work. I mean, it is. Most of these people that are making decent money on YouTube are working their butts off, so they're doing difficult jobs. So, I have to say, they're not lazy. People that do YouTube channels and have a lot of subscribers and make decent money, even if they're not making enough to survive on, it's a lot of work, and they're certainly busting their butts doing it. Charles Tate says, her keto isn't very keto. Wonder who he's talking about there. Polvo says, Nomads travelers maybe take up 10% of the channels I guess he and his other, watch now. The good ones, Foresty Forest, Steve Wallace, Slim Potato, Maxi Minibus. There you go, Mary. We always watch. The rest, CCNF, CVK, Line Screw, CRVL, are great to laugh at if you study human behavior, especially... Yeah, okay, whatever. The worse the predicament, the more fun it gets, right? I don't know, man. Geico 1975 there says, I don't watch as many Nomad channels as I used to simply because they've moved on to other endeavors. The past 6 months or so, I think Foresty Forest captures what used to be the essence of the nomadic channels and anymore, anyone. Anyway, the good channels seem fewer and far between. Beth says, she thinks I should start talking more about music regularly on your channel. It would be an interesting topic and you seem very knowledgeable. I've been thinking about that, maybe doing some live streams on some music from like the 80s and 90s. I love rock music. I got a fairly decent CD collection there. And, that's not a bad idea, Holly. We can try that. I don't know. I got a Dave Hughes channel, a second channel. Go check it out. And, I may be putting some stuff over there. We'll see what goes on. I don't know, man. I don't know. People are all telling me various rock concerts they've also seen in their lives. Jimi Hendrix, Kiss. And I did mention in my video the other day of the rock concerts I've seen, and I left out Echo and the Bunnymen. And the Cars. I actually did see the Cars. They're in a beautiful Merriweather Post Pavilion in Columbia, Maryland. I loved the Cars, and rest in peace, Rick Ocasek. However, something funny about his will. It wasn't that. I don't know. That wasn't the... Anyway, we won't get into that. Will we? We won't get into that. Got a lot of people emailing us here. Grumpy Old Lady says Arizona's completely closed the Coco Nino and Kaibab forests starting this morning. Other states, rest of the Rockies, will follow suit. Going to be a difficult summer for boondockers if it cuts down on the wildfires, I support it. I'm tired of summers here in Eastern Oregon being smoke-filled. All right. Yeah, again, it's always something, isn't it? The pandemic is reduced, but now we got wildfires and heat and overcrowded campgrounds and everything else. I don't know. All right, folks, that ought to do it for today's Letters and More video for the 23rd of June, 2021. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday vlog under.